All right, we are back at the hole of 1,000 shards, and we're going to keep excavating. So, let me show you where we left off yesterday. Well, here's the hole. We have a jar right here. We have another jar or can right here. We have another jar down under here, kind of pointing up at an angle towards me. And this is what we removed so far. I haven't had time to look up some of these names to see when they were in business or if they're still in business. But I came with an arsenal of tools today for this excavating. First off, I got my big heavy duty leather gloves. I have my little mini shovel, a screwdriver I was using yesterday, my scraper so I can scrape, a little brush that I can get down in there and move stuff around. And just in case I come across any roots, I brought my handsaw, because we are right next to an old bush that used to be here. It was diseased and dying, so I'm assuming there's probably going to be some roots down here. So I think first order of business is to get some of this loose stuff out, and keep going. So, all right, I'll pick you up when I make some progress. We'll keep digging and see if we can't get some of this stuff out in one piece. So far, we got this one out. Let's say it's probably a condiment jar, maybe a mustard or something like that. Screw top. So it's whole, it's complete, it's in one piece, not cracked. So I'm happy. And I found, unfortunately, one of the jars I thought was whole. Would have been a beautiful blue ball jar. You can actually see the LL on there. Would have been one of the beautiful blue ones, but sadly it is destroyed. That would have been absolutely gorgeous. So pulled this out. That's a big piece bottom. So well, that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna keep digging. Well, I'm making progress little by little. You can see down in there what I got going. This right here is a Clorox bottle. Sadly, it is broken, but we still have plenty of other stuff to go after. So I'm gonna have to widen up this hole all the way back here and around, probably another foot. Pulled this out. This would have been freaking gorgeous if it came out all in one piece. That would have been a freaking awesome bottle. I pulled this out. This looks to be possibly a beer bottle. And this might actually go to this. Oh, look. Perfect fit. Huh. How cool is that? I'll see if I can't straighten that out a little bit and put that on there. So they're coming out in pieces and whole. I am finding rib bones and beef bones. This can actually had eggshells in it. So interesting. Can actually had eggshells in it. Pulled out a smashed drinking glass. That's a real bummer, though. That would have been a really cool bottle. It's actually the top of it right there. So, look at this. Look at all this I'm pulling out. I haven't even done that back wall yet. It still goes that way. It goes all the way around this way. So I think what I'm going to do is widen up this hole probably another foot. Work on getting some of those out down there. The steel cans are just too far gone. I'm not going to get any of those out in one piece. But there is a jar down here that I can actually stick my fingers in. And as far as I could feel, it is still in one piece. So I'll get this Clorox bottle out of here and keep going. Then we'll start working on this back wall. I know underneath all this mesh is hollow. I'm assuming there's probably more bottles underneath there, so I'm hoping that bunch of bottles we're putting there. A worm. I'll put him back in the dirt. Bunch of bottles were put in. That mesh was thrown on top of it, which kind of protected them. So that's what I'm hoping. And I'll pick you up when I make some more progress. Alright, so I widened the hole up quite a bit. I still got those down there. I've been working on this corner right here. Pulled out some steel cans. I don't know what this is. But the cool thing I pulled out is this ball jar insert. That's cool. That is actually not broken. That is completely intact and whole. This would have gone on the top. And yeah, I'm super happy with that. That's cool. At least I got something out of here with the ball or mason on it, but still got a lot to get out right there. And there's stuff underneath here, so I'm working on clearing out the shelf and just kind of chipping away at it surgically and patiently and trying not to destroy anything. But I'm assuming it's probably from maybe the 30s, 40s, 50s. I know this city was incorporated in 58, and they did not have any standardized trash pickup until then. So, could be from 58 and below. That's my guess. But I'm going to keep digging. See you all in a bit. Oh, I think I have defined that border of this pit. It continues back towards me and back towards that way and back towards my right. I'm working on getting that bottle out right there. But I had to get this out. And that would have been a really cool bottle to have in one piece. That's a shame. But it is what it is. It's generally how these pits go. You know, just like today, someone's going to be digging up our trash, saying, "Oh, that's so cool. That's so old." Same as back then, they didn't know. Well, just dropped my glasses in the hole. Well, I guess I will go wash those off and keep digging. I'm sweating my butt off. I'm probably 2 feet down right now, and I think it keeps going deeper. So I know it goes that way, and that way. I've defined that side. So now I'm just kind of working my way around. So, alright, I'm gonna go wash off my glasses and keep digging. I just got this one out. Nothing special about it, but it's definitely unique. Nothing on the bottom, but this is not a screw top jar. So I've never seen one like that. Very interesting. It's not a screw top, but there were more eggshells in there, and they were burned. And then I discovered that. Unfortunately, that is broken. That would have been a really cool bottle to have. The big Clorox bottle is broken. So now I've got more stuff over here coming towards me all the way around. So I am just chipping away at it, and I know there's more stuff back there underneath that mesh. So hopefully that mesh preserved a lot of those bottles from getting smashed. So, alright, well, things are coming out in one piece, not cracked. Interesting top. Very interesting top. I've never seen one like that before. There's not a screw top. Get that out in the sun for you so you can see. The sun's at my back, so it's just a big shadow. But I don't see any embossing on it, so who knows? Still cool. I dug it out of the ground 2 feet down. I'm literally like 2 feet down. So this is a pretty big pocket. I'm excited. I'm just chipping away at it, and so you can see stuff coming out of here too. Right there. Piece of glass. More glass popping out right here. So interesting about the eggshells. So I found a iron can that had eggshells in it also, and that jar I just pulled out had eggshells in it. So, and these are obviously been burned. So, alright, well, keep chipping away at it. I'll show you what I pull out next. Alright, just got this Clorox bottle out. Not very old, probably from the 50s. I actually have a smaller version of this at home, but this one would have been really cool to have in one piece. But sadly, a lot of it is broken. So, but that's a big bottle. That's a shame. I know it's only from the 50s, and most people don't really care about that stuff, but I am absolutely enthralled with it because, well, I discovered it. I dug it out, and I got another one down here. Another bottle, or probably a jar. I'll work on that one next. probably going to be a jar. They all seem to be some sort of jar coming out. And then we have more stuff over here coming towards me. More stuff coming back this way towards me. I'll have to open up the hole again. Come back towards me. But I think I'll work on this stuff next. Well, that was easy. Oh, that would have been a freaking cool bottle to have. Dang. Okay. But unfortunately, you know, one of the iron lids from one of those cans or a bottle or jar, that would have been freaking cool. Dang. But it's just the way it goes. So I've been finding beef ribs, beef bones, chicken bones in here. So who knows how long this was used for? Who knows how big it is? Who knows what's in here? I do know that the deeper you go, the better it gets. Oh, that one looks good. Right there. That looks like a medicine bottle. And I could feel embossing on the side. I am excited. Just chipping away at it. Another piece of that steel can. Oh, look. My first piece of freaking spoon. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Holy moly. That's cool. It's not even rusted. It's kind of tarnished, like green. So, that's cool. Maybe get a maker's mark off of it. Let's see how old it is. Looks like it was silver washed. Silver plated. Very cool. So, I'm excited to get that one out right there. That's a skinny little, looks like a medicine bottle. So, yeah, I'm just working my way around as I can. Another piece of that Clorox bottle right there. You can see the CL part of the O. I guess if I wanted to glue that back together, I'd probably have all the pieces by now. But very cool. I don't know what this is. That's a big chunk of iron right there. I guess it's part of a can. So, alright, I think I'm gonna go for this one next. It looks to be intact. So, maybe I'll use my newfound spoon to dig it out. So, alright. I'll pick you up again when I make. Oh, look, there it goes. Oh, it's complete. Nothing special. Just a screw top, probably a pickle jar or something. But it's complete. Now I feel more stuff down here. Right there. It's another one. Let's see if we can get that one out real quick. That one might be fairly large. Okay, there's the end of it right there. Now we work underneath it. There's another one right there. So, get that root out of the way. Wow. Pretty cool. Found a freaking spoon. get some of the stuff out of the top. Let me get my hook scraper. Get stuff away from the top of it. That root out of my way. Oh. There we go. I'm sure most of these had APLs on them. So, there it goes, rolled right out. Oh, they're all just slick sides, but at least they're coming out in one piece. Hoping one of them will say ball on it at some point, or Mason. That'll be cool. So that's that one. Alright. Well, we'll get these two out of the hole. Let me get some of this dirt out of this one. No, unfortunately, no gold coins yet. No gold coins yet, unfortunately. It'd be a great place to stash it like that. Just put it in a jar and throw it in a dump. Oh. Alright, I'll see you in a bit when I make some more progress. So, I got two out of the hole, y'all watching. I can't wait to see what that one is. Looks like a medicine. Be cool. Alright, and that one. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, managed to get those two out. They are intact. One piece. This, what I thought was a medicine bottle, is a medicine bottle. It's actually an old Anacin bottle. So probably from the 40s. This looks like it may be like an old ketchup bottle. Really cool shape. No cracks. No chips. Intact. So I'm happy to have that. And I did manage to get this old can out in fairly one piece. So all the rest of them just been crumbling. And I pulled this big, huge beef bone out. So this was probably the trash pit for the residents back then. And I still have that bottle to get out. I still have this bottle to get out. And who knows what's underneath it. It keeps going that way. So, I think right here is probably the edge of it. We still got to do that whole back wall and get underneath that mesh and stuff. So now I'm going to work on getting these two out. Oh, another beef bone. So work on getting those two out, seeing if there's anything underneath it. I'm probably 2.5 feet down at the moment. Wow. And all of this started from metal detecting. So, but my newfound spoon is coming in handy. So, glad I found that. And I'll let y'all know when I get those two out. Another beef bone. Alright, see you in a bit. So I got those two bottles out. This one is like the one I pulled out yesterday. This one actually still has the top intact on it. Numbers on it, and I'm going out on a limb here and saying that 67 is probably from 1967. So, and I got another chicken bone. So I think I reached the bottom. I don't think there's too much left going to the right or towards me. I could still see a couple pieces of glass sticking out of the wall. I'll get those out and then start working my way back that back wall and see what we find. All right, see you in a bit. All right, back with you. I think I hit the bottom. It's about 3 feet down. Nothing to my right, nothing else to my right. I can see barely glint of something right there. Some stuff. I don't think it's anything worth digging, but I will investigate it nonetheless. But so now I'm just gonna try and get that wire mesh out of there. See if there's anything under it. So well, unfortunately, no cobalt bottles, no green bottles. We almost had a blue ball jar, but that was sadly in a lot of pieces. But we did get that cool ball top. So I think I'm going to take a break for a little while, because I've been going at this since 9 o'clock this morning. It's just about 1 o'clock. And we'll get working on this back wall. See if there's anything underneath that mesh. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, I think it's just a small pocket of jars and random bottles. So, but I actually found one of these pockets at my house also, and I pulled out a couple of small perfume bottles from the 50s and some other little things. I know that they're not very big, so what they did is they just dug small holes, enough for maybe a month worth, and then they buried it and dug another hole somewhere. So I guess I could probe around, find another one, but I don't have a probe. So yeah, well, I will investigate these little pieces right here, see if that's worth anything. I'll scratch them out and start chipping away at that mesh and seeing what's under or behind it. I think I've only got about 16 inches to the sidewalk right now, so it can't be too much unless it goes under the sidewalk, which is very possible. I know these sidewalks didn't go in until 58, according to the concrete company stamps that you see periodically. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to take a break. Ooh, and see how my sweat drops down there. And, I'm like literally laying on my stomach just to reach down there and get stuff out. The only thing interesting, which really isn't even interesting, is this piece of pottery or ceramic. Looks like it was part of a bowl. So, pulled a lot of stuff out of that pocket, let me tell you. Some of that stuff would have been really cool to have. This really big top right here. This is that beautiful blue ball. That would have been nice to have. Another piece of it. Got part of the ball right there. This one would have been really cool to have. This one would have been really cool to have. That Clorox big bottle would have been really cool to have. This one, whatever this one went to, would have been really cool. I don't even know what that is. It's got some sort of embossing on it right there. Can't make it out. But it's the bottom to that beautiful blue ball jar. So that would have been a ball number 10. Fairly large one. I know size 13 is the one everyone wants. Lucky number 13. Those seem to be the hardest to find. That was a big bottle. I'm assuming that was probably a big wine bottle. That may have gone with this. So that would have been cool to have. It's unfortunate. But like I said, back then, they didn't care. It was just trash to them. You know? Just like stuff is trash to us today. You know, 150 years from now, someone's going to be digging up our trash going, oh, cool. This is 150 years old. You know? And the cycle's going to continue. So, you know? Just do what we can. The spoon's cool. So, I've been using that. Happy with that. So, alright, I'm going to take a break. Rest. I've been laying in the sun all day sweating. Digging this stuff out. So, yeah. Right, way down in there. So, alright. I'll let you know what I find on that back wall. Alright, well, I'm finished with my break. Just laying on my stomach, and unfortunately, I investigated that, and it was just a couple of shards left in the wall. So, the only direction to go is towards the mesh. So, we will get going there. See if there's anything under there. I've kind of scraped out down here. I'm not hitting nothing or anything, and it's pretty hard digging. So I'm assuming that's probably going to be it. Once I get this mesh out, I don't expect anything to be behind it or under it, unfortunately. So I wish the pocket was bigger, and I wish some of those bottles and jars came out in one piece, but it's just the way it is sometimes. So, yeah, so I think I'm just going to start knocking dirt down into the bottom here, because I know there's nothing else down there. So, just start knocking dirt down in there from that back wall. Try and get that mesh out. See if there's anything behind it, under it, back there. But yeah, I scraped away this stuff, and it's just dirt so far. So just a small little pocket of glass. But all of this started because of all the metal in the ground right now. You know, metal detecting the yard. I still got half of that to do. So, had a little detour. I'm sure, you know, I hit this pocket and my detector just went into frickin' overload, probably from that mesh, all the caps, the iron caps and everything, you know. So, I'm going to start shaving that out, and I'll either let you know what I find or I don't find, but I think this is probably going to be about all I find today. So, at least in this hole. Alright, I'll let y'all know how it goes. I guess the adventure isn't over. Took a couple of shavings off that back wall and hit another bottle. So, there's probably stuff underneath this mesh. I'm excited again. No, I will keep you all posted. Right there. Hit it pretty hard too. I'm surprised I didn't chip it. Might have scratched it, but I don't know. No. Another jar. That'll be number 3 of that kind. So hopefully there's some more stuff behind it. Alright, interesting turn of events. Started scraping back that wall and got this jar out. And there's, from what I can see, 3 more jars underneath the mesh. And I hit this one on top of the mesh. I broke it, but it was already broken. So then I was able to pull on the mesh and this little beauty popped out. So there's something on the bottom. I'll have to clean that up. Pretty cool little bottle though. Probably a tonic or medicine, I don't know. Top's still on it, that's cool. So when the tops are still on them, I just clean the outside and I leave the inside. I leave the top on unless it just disintegrates upon cleaning the outside. But pretty cool. I'm getting that mesh out. Pulled this part up and realized that there's more mesh underneath. So and more mesh underneath that. So there's at least 2 more layers of mesh. I know there's at least 3 more jars underneath it. And I have to go to my right to get this piece out. I'm assuming this piece is probably joined to that. And then more to my left. And further back to the curb. So I'm going to work on getting that mesh out. Part of another jar. And then go from there. Yeah, I got a bunch of that mesh out. There's still a little bit in there, but it looks like we have either a beer or a soda with the top on it underneath that mesh. So I'm gonna work that out. You can see all the stuff underneath it right here. So we still got stuff to do. I'm happy. So let me scratch that out and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, so managed to get that bottle out. The steel cap was still on it, unfortunately. It kind of disintegrated when I took it out. Oh, no, I just lost it. There it is. So, unfortunately, this will never know what it was. But it does say Duraglass on the bottom. So I'll have to look up when Duraglass was made. I got another jar over there too at the bottom of the heel. Bottom of the heel it says Duraglass also. So look. Oh, look, check that out. The seam is actually all offset. It comes around. Hope that's a seam and not a crack. Yeah. Well, it's intact for now. Got the seam running all the way up to the edge of this. I know that means something. I don't know what. I think that's an applied lip, is what they call it. Seams up both sides. So I think it's old. So we got 3 more out of the hole. Got a bunch more down there to get out. So we're working it. So my assumptions were right. That mesh was protecting all kinds of stuff. Pulled out another jar. I think I already showed you all that one. This is a crying shame. That would have been an awesome bottle to have. That thing is super thick. That saddens me. But this made up for it. This bottle made up for it. Raleigh's trademark. Made in the USA. With the cap still on it. No cracks. No chips. No scratches. Absolutely freaking perfect. Oh, wait. There is a couple little scratches in it, but no cracks, no chips. Absolutely freaking awesome. That made my day. So I think when you get the seam going up, that means it's blowing in mold. So alright, I'm gonna keep digging. Well, I thought I was coming to the end of the pocket. I've been pulling out just shards of glass, stuff like that, beer bottles, iron cans. Got a cool incidental, a little 4-hole aluminum button. Actually, I don't even think it's aluminum. Might be like plastic or porcelain, Bakelite or something. But thought I was coming to the end of the pocket until I found that sticking out of the hole. So we got another one coming out. I don't know what this stuff is, but I was actually trying to get that stuff out when I discovered this one. So still in there pretty good. I'll scratch away at that and get that out. Show y'all when I get it. Alright, got that little bottle out. There's no embossing on it, but it's a really cool shape. It's intact. Has the cap on it. It's cool. A lot of this stuff still has the cap on. Don't know what it would have been. Maybe I don't know, hot sauce, or I don't know what that could have been. Couldn't tell you. So probably had a paper label on it at some point. But cool bottle. glad to have it. And it seems that the pocket continues back. So I'm just scratching away and seeing what pops out. Oh, seems like all the good stuff is in the back under the sidewalk. And maybe tunneling under the sidewalk if need be. Alright, still scratching away at stuff. So, yeah. Alright there, a lot of iron cans in here. A few shards, but I am now at the sidewalk edge. So, I guess I'll keep going, see what I find. Seems to be getting deeper and further, so I'll see what I find. Pulled a couple of bottles out, a couple shards, so a lot of iron cans, you know. So then we got the mesh I pulled out. So my theory was right about the mesh. So it did protect a lot of the stuff from getting broken. Which is good. I'm happy. Found some cool stuff. I love doing this stuff, so I will continue on. And sorry for the shadow, it's just the way it is. I'll continue on and see if I find anything else. Continue under the sidewalk. Well, the jars and the cans are still coming out, and I'm getting under the sidewalk now. So another jar. I think this is going to be number 4 of this kind. I don't know what it was, but couldn't tell you. So, if I'm reading this right, the last 2 numbers of this 4-digit number would be the year, and that says 58. So, I don't know if I'm reading that right, though. So, but they're still coming out. Underneath the frickin' sidewalk now. Big old iron can right there. There's big frickin' something in the way. But I can only imagine once I get it out what may lie behind it. So I'm gonna keep scraping. Well, I think that is the end of the pocket. I am probably a foot under the sidewalk here. The only thing I pulled out was this old drinking glass, broken. So other than that, I haven't found any shards or nothing. Just iron can after iron can, and further and further underneath the sidewalk. So what just occurred to me is you never know what you're walking over. I mean, that literally goes underneath the sidewalk. Dozens, if not 100 people walk by here a freaking day. You know, more on a school day. And they just have no idea. what they're walking over. So pretty interesting. So, you know, it really get your mind going. So, but I think that is the end of this pocket. I have not found any more shards of glass to lead me to think that there's more. Just a bunch of rusty old iron cans that are a pain in the butt to get out. So, and I'm not really interested in tunneling under the sidewalk. So I think I'm just gonna call it here and call it a day. So, whew, I got here at like 9 o'clock this morning. I think it's probably somewhere around 4:30. And I've literally been scratching away at stuff with this. Literally just scratching it away. Dug this whole hole pretty much with this. I mean, I widened it up with my little shovel, but that only went down maybe 6 inches. So, man, I can't imagine people like antique archaeology or creek diggers who dig those freaking 12 foot by 12 foot by 8 foot deep holes. That's insane. I did 3 foot by 4 foot, maybe 3 feet deep, tunneled underneath, you know, about a foot and a half. I can't imagine digging that hole, but they're pulling out a lot better stuff than I was. So, well, that was fun. Got some cool stuff. You know. I'll show y'all. This is everything we pulled out of here. And I would have to say that is my favorite. And of course, the Rally's bottle is definitely my favorite. But the whole experience was really cool. I don't know if this was a soda or a beer, but that lip is very thick, a lot thicker than the ones we have today. So, if anything, it was a great experience, and I'm more than happy to have done it. And we pulled out probably 50 pounds of glass out of that hole, and some big beef ribs, or beef bones, chicken bones, rib bones, you know. Several of these bottles I wish were intact. I really do. Some of these bottles are really cool, you know. But unfortunately, you know, that blue ball jar, that really saddens me. You know, a lot of cool old bottles, but that would have been a beautiful jar. Would have been a beautiful jar if it was all intact. Well, alright, well, I think I'm going to take a break and start filling in this hole. Since I removed all that glass, I think I'm going to go get a bunch of bricks that they have in the backyard that they need to get rid of. Toss a bunch of bricks in here just to fill up the space. Oh, can't forget my spoon. My digging spoon now. So I'm gonna go get some bricks, toss some bricks in here, and take up the space that the glass was taking up, and guess I'm gonna start filling it in. So I'll see y'all next time I finish metal detecting the other half of this yard. So y'all remember when I started those bottles, I did a pass from the sidewalk straight out to that hole. And it ended there. I started finding all the bottles in the jars. So we still have this other half of yard to do metal detecting. So stay tuned. Who knows? I might find another pocket. We'll have to dig out some more stuff. So, alright everybody. See y'all later.